Triple H, your girl Adeola. For real, you cannot be doing me like this. We just finished watching a major drama. Seriously, we are still climbing trees, still going back and forth under the tree, only for you to drop another drama just like that. It's becoming too much, and I cannot take this. Why would anybody barricade the National Assembly?
This is the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Armed officials of the Department of State Services barricaded the gate of a National Assembly complex, preventing lawmakers, workers and journalists from gaining access into the assembly.
Can you imagine? I said the devil is a liar. I can't believe it. So we have policemen that are well equipped like this. They even have money to buy masks. Fads. Why haven't we sent this policemen to Sambisa Forest? Have you seen how they've been killing our soldiers lately? In fact, we're now doing mass burial for soldiers in Nigeria. So no money to buy equipment for our soldiers that are facing terrorists, but these people even have change to buy masks. Why have they not gone after the herdsmen that are killing people? Buhari, so see that there, so that bam. But wait a minute. I thought they were on recess. Are they back in session? Yes, I know that Saraki called for emergency meeting of the leaders. That was supposed to be at 12 p.m. that day. Why were they there that morning? I'm not justifying the siege, by the way. I'm just trying to find out why they were there. And also, it is their office. I know they can always go there whenever they want. But I also think it's good for us to know why they will show up at 7 a.m. when there was no scheduled session.
We are waiting for the invasion that has not taken place.
Thank you, Senator Ben Bruce. You're always my favorite on this show. You know too well.
I don't know why it's taking too much time to overthrow the government. So Senator Akpabio, if you're listening, and the gang, we're waiting for you to invade.
So according to Ben Bruce, the PDP senators showed up because they were expecting the APC senators to come and invade the Senate that morning and impeach Saraki as the Senate president.
Very unusual to find senators at the National Assembly at about 7 a.m. What exactly were you and your colleagues doing at the National Assembly at that time?
We had very good information that the APC senators were holding meetings and were planning to invade the National Assembly.
Now, according to this woman, PDP senators were trying to beat APC senators in their game.
In fact, the story had it that they had assembled in a hotel, and from that hotel, they will take off with security cover to the National Assembly. So we decided to beat them at their own game.
Okay, so now that makes sense as to why we only had PDP senators there that morning, because there was no scheduled meeting. In fact, I was surprised to hear that they would show up at 7 a.m. However, APC senators said they had no intention of invading the Senate to impeach Saraki that day.
And they did not even meet at a hotel.
You can see that the PDP is not only misinformed, but they are also totally misinforming Nigerians. They were talking about Senator Akpabio. Senator Akpabio is in Uyo. A lot of the information based on which they were making allegations of a plot against democracy was false and premised on false information.
I don't know who is telling the truth, but I thought it's good for us to know why they were gathered. So the way it looks to me now, it was actually the PDP senators that came with the intention of invading the APC senators in case those ones were trying to impeach Saraki. Once again, I'm not justifying the barricade. It is absolutely wrong. I just wanted you to know why they were gathered in the first place. Because they didn't gather at 7 a.m. when the Chibok girls were kidnapped. They didn't gather at 7 a.m. when the Dapchi girls were kidnapped. This was very unusual. See, I didn't know they were gathered to defend Saraki at 7 a.m. These senators, they're very interesting.
On our part, we will continue to defend democracy and the battle to salvage this democracy from greedy politicians.
Thank you. I was just about to ask about my uncle that he doesn't miss out on actions like this. Who else can defend our democracy? You know, do well.
We will continue to defend democracy. We will continue to stand by the truth. I am not feeling well, but I had to come here to defend democracy.
Wait a minute. Did he say that he was sick? No. You cannot do that to me, Uncle Dino. No, that is another excuse because that was the day before your court hearing. So did he show up the next day? No, of course not. Of course not. Why am I not surprised? I guess sickness was his excuse. At least thank God that this time around he didn't put up a show. So before I go on, disclaimer, I am not for PDP or APC. I have never been paid by any of them and I never will. As far as I am concerned, these people, they are the same. APC, PDP, whatever they call themselves, they are the same people in both parties. As a matter of fact, all of them shouting democracy is being threatened and stuff. I'm like, where have they been this whole time? Were they not the same people that have been taking us for granted this whole time, buying expensive cars with our money? The same people that shared 4.7 billion naira just 2 years ago. I reported about that as well. Buying expensive cars. Saraki, their leader, got 11 cars from that deal. So now they are shouting democracy. I'm like, I beg. I don't trust any one of them. Whatever they are shouting that day is not because of our interest. It is not because of democracy. But you know, the question remains, who sent the policemen to besiege the National Assembly? Just like when Saraki's house was besieged, the Inspector General of Police said that he knows nothing about it. So the police denied it. Second of all, the Buhari's government also denied it, according to the acting president, Osinbajo. You guys know that Buhari went back to London for treatment. No, we talk. It was the director of State Security Service, Lawal Daura. I'm like, father, what? That same money though, Osinbajo fired the man. I said yes. You see, this is why some people say that maybe Buhari should just remain in London. Like for you, because whenever he leaves the country, Osinbajo comes alive and he starts getting stuff done. Of course, I know that he got Buhari's permission. I'm sure that they both discussed it and Buhari gave him the go ahead. But why hasn't Buhari himself fired the man before now? Because he's been messing up for a long time. Did you guys read the article by Premium Times where they interviewed Daura's former assistant, that is Abdul Wahad Abdurrahman? Man, the man spilled the beans. Y'all need to go and read that article because, you know, he accused Daura of extensive corruption. It was a list. And he called him a serial betrayer, saying that he takes money from corrupt people. According to that former assistant, who started speaking after the man was fired, he said that they used to work till late at night, 2 a.m. I'm like, that's a good thing, until I read what they were doing. He said they were counting money inside Ghana must go bag. I said, hey, father, this is supposed to be the director of SSS that is supposed to be investigating crimes. Somebody that was allegedly taking Ghana must go bag is the one that Buhari made the director of SSS. By the way, when the guy said that they used to stay up till 2 a.m. counting money inside Ghana must go bag, I said, so you are also part of this. I'm like, why is he just coming out to speak? He also said that before the man became DSS, that the reason he was fired by the SSS was because he was caught siphoning diesel from the SSS Academy in Kaduna. I'm like, shut up. I was like, wait, what? The interesting thing is that while Premium Times was interviewing his assistant, Daura's assistant, Premium Times said that he got several calls from people telling him not to talk, but the man insisted that he would talk. I'm like, okay, we are about to find out a lot of things. Of course, they still have to verify some of what he said, but he also accused Daura of leaking secret plans of what the government is about to do to Saraki. I'm like, okay, okay, so I don't know if that means that he tells Saraki what Buhari is trying to do so that Saraki can beat Buhari in his game. I don't know, no me talk. You guys can read that article. All I know is that he said the man gets information and he leaks it to Saraki. I also remember that Magu also said that the man has no integrity. So why didn't Buhari do something about that since all these years? You cannot tell me that he didn't know all these things. So I don't think that Buhari has the willpower to fire the man. Honestly, I don't think he has the willpower to fire the man because he's very well connected. He's one of the cabal. Maybe because he's from his hometown. I don't know, which is why I give kudos to Osinbajo for not wasting time. Now, by firing the DGSS, Buhari is making a statement that he's not the one that sent him. But you know, if that's true that he's not the one that sent him, that means the man can just do whatever he wants. And that means that Buhari is not really the one in charge of the country, which is what we've been saying for so long. Now, move closer, my people. Let me tell you something. Some APC people are saying that Saraki is the one behind all this drama. They said that he planned the SSS besieging the Senate so that people can see him as a hero, that Buhari is trying to remove him as Senate president so they can pity him and see him as a hero.
What happened yesterday was scripted.
By who?
By the PDP.
Are you alleging that the DSS was working in conjunction with the PDP?
You are going to get to hear more about this.
You don't need to abuse me. It's okay. I'm just telling you what people are saying so that I can hear your opinion about it.
You are saying that there is absolutely no conspiracy between the APC caucus and the DSS as of yesterday.
Not to my knowledge.
That is what you said.
Not to my knowledge.
Also, they are saying that Saraki was behind police besieging his house, which is why he was able to escape that day.
We know that it was because Saraki got some sort of a brief the night before that he was able to outwit the security agencies and get to the plenary to issue the defection letters.
I would rather say that it was a drama scripted, by the same person you have mentioned. You were going in the morning to go and read names of defectors, some of whom said we never defected. And you wanted to have the sympathy of Nigerians. You then created a circumstance of a blockade of your house And then you say you escaped.
Distinguished
But you know, the question is, how come nobody was arrested after they besieged his house and the police denied knowing anything about it? How come nothing was done at the time?
The only argument, I mean, is that no action was taken in that regard.
Again,
we didn't hear.
We never knew that they were going to take it to this ridiculous extent.
No, we didn't hear that, oh, the people who are guarding the Senate president were called to order.
How did you know
that, oh,
how did you know that internal actions were not taken against those who made that happen?
See, that's the problem with this government. If you did something at that time when Saraki's house was besieged, why didn't you say this is what you did? Why didn't you say something so we would know that you were not the one responsible for besieging his house? I mean, it makes no sense. So me, I know that Saraki wants to be president by all means. We all know that. But what I don't know is if he's truly behind all this drama. I don't know. In the meantime, they ended up not doing the leaders' meeting that they were supposed to do that day at 12 o'clock, even though some of the leaders came at 12.
We are supposed to meet here today, the leadership of the National Assembly. The meeting was called by the Senate President. Has a meeting been held now? No, the meeting has been called because I didn't even know that there were other issues until I got here about 12:15.
Also, Saraki later showed up that day to a rousing welcome.
Freedom come, my Sago, my Sago. Freedom come.
I know you like something like this. So the very next day, Saraki went to Minna to visit former President Babangida. Yes, he did. And then he tweeted that, dropped in to pay my respect to General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Always happy to be with a father and a leader. I'm like, whoa, father leader 2019 is going to be very interesting, my people. So while all this is going on, a lot of things are also happening in his home state, Kwara State. As you guys know, Saraki defected back to PDP, which is where he was until the last election, you know. But for you to know the kind of grip he has on Kwara State, he's no longer the governor, but he still calls the shot. First of all, as soon as Saraki defected, the governor also followed him back to PDP. This is the same way he followed him in November of 2013. You can't make this up. Anyway, but it wasn't just the governor. All the local government chairmen in Kwara State, 16 of them, and all the councillors, they also defected. They also defected this month. As soon as Saraki announced, they also defected to PDP. You see how the man controls Kwara State. And then 23 out of 24 APC lawmakers in Kwara State also moved to PDP. Only one lawmaker says, no, I'm not going anywhere.
They have the right to defect. It's their right, and it's my own right not to defect to. The people of Ojomu Balogun constituency of our local government that elected me says that I must remain in APC, All Progressive Congress, as a party.
Wow, it takes guts to be the only one going against Saraki. You get what I'm saying? But you know, I'm not surprised because the man is from Offa. You guys remember the Offa robbery? Yeah, the people of Offa do not like Saraki. At the same time that his party members are following him to PDP, PDP members in Kwara State were like, this is not happening. Guess what? 95% of them, including their chairman, moved to APC. I was like, dang! They said they cannot work with Saraki. In fact, all the political structures of PDP at the ward level, local government level, and state level in Kwara State, they've now moved to APC. I'm telling you, stuffs are happening. In fact, they burned their PDP cards, their PDP flag. They even repainted their office building to the color of APC.
Members of the Ilorin West chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have burnt their PDP membership cards and also repainted their secretariat building to the color of the All Progressives Congress.
95% of PDP members in the council have defected to the APC.
What is going on in Kwara State, mommy? Now, Kwara people are waking up. Now, they said that Saraki has been ruling Kwara for 15 years. He was governor for 8 years, and he's allegedly been the one controlling this governor as well for the past 7 years. No be me talk now, Kwara people they talk now, before that, his father was the one controlling everything in Kwara State. But not only did PDP members move to APC, the people of Kwara State, Gungan, civilians in Ilorin, they decided to go on a major protest against Saraki. was like, dang, can you imagine? Did you hear them calling him a thief? What? Saying Saraki will no longer enslave us. They were cursing him left and right. Now some of them were saying, Ole, Oma Adeokuta. Did you hear that? So many people do say that Saraki is actually not from Kwara State, that he's from Abeokuta. I'm not about to get into that, you know. This is just what the people of Kwara State are saying. Okay, so I have no problem with people that want Saraki to be president because he's become very popular now. A lot of people are saying, yes, they want Saraki. He's smart, he's educated, whatever. I have no problem with people like that. But you know, I think that they should at least take a look at Kwara State, where he was governor for 8 years, and see how developed it is. See what he did when he was governor of Kwara State, so that we would know what he would do if he should become the president of Nigeria, which I know that some people will rebuke and reject by fire by force. Anyway, in any case, Saraki has announced that by next Tuesday, that the Senate will be back in session. That is going to be a very interesting meeting. I cannot wait for that, because we all know that the APC senators will try to impeach him, and he will try everything to prevent them. And we also know that he wants to be president. So it's going to be a very interesting meeting. We're all looking forward to it.
I am not feeling well, but I had to come here to defend democracy.
What is wrong with you? If I slap you like this, if I come after you, get out of here. Sorry, my people, you guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it true. So you guys, I'm not going to cry. I am not going to cry, but you guys are the bestest of the best. Huge thanks to every one of you that donated towards the Benue relief effort. It's okay. You guys, you tossed me. You have really tossed me beyond my imagination. It touched me. You know you didn't have to play that song, right? And I'm still coming after you. Get out. Anyway, for real, guys, I put like $5,000 thinking, maybe they won't. But as of the time that I'm shooting this video, we've raised more than $7,000. Yeah! Thank you so much, Daddy and Mommy, Uncle and Auntie, everybody. You guys don't just watch, you are part of this. I am humbled by your generosity. Thank you so much. Honestly, even if you donated $1, thank you from the bottom of my heart. For real, I am leaning down to thank every one of you. And I also saw people donating $10, $20, hundreds of dollars. I was like, wow. Honestly, I am so grateful. In fact, all the board members of KIRWA Foundation, we are very grateful to you guys. And because of you guys, we are buying 50 bags of rice, 50 bags of corn, 50 bags of gari. We are buying soap in large quantities. We are buying reusable pads for women. Yes, so women. I mean, you guys know that I'm all about women and children. Yes, they are my priority. You guys are the ones making this possible. And we are buying other things like cooking oil and so on and so forth. We are buying medication in large quantity. And besides that, we already have 10 resident doctors from the Makurdi Teaching Hospital who are willing to come to volunteer to do medical outreach on the day that we are distributing the food. Can you imagine? So they will be taking care of people that are sick. They will be taking care of pregnant women, elderly people, children. But of course, if we have more doctors that would like to join them to volunteer, please email this man. He's the one in Benue that has been coordinating this. You see, this is what is possible when we the people come together and now rely on the government all the time to take care of us. Thank you so much, every one of you that has donated. We all came together. I saw Christians, I saw Muslims, I saw people that are not Nigerians donating. We can do a lot when we put our differences aside and just come to each other's rescue. So by the grace of God, we'll be doing the distribution on the 17th of this month. It's a Friday, and the couple in Benue said that a viewer of Keeping It Real sent them an email from Enugu saying that he's willing to drive 4 hours to Makurdi to help with the distribution that day. I was like, wow, you have no idea how much that means to me. And I wish I could be there as well, but flight ticket right now to Nigeria is expensive. Also, one of our board members who is in Nigeria, Dr. Sesonoluwa Shola, who's a medical doctor at UCH Ibadan, he will be there that day. Thank you so much, sir. We're so grateful. So if there are other viewers not far from Makurdi that would like to go and be part of the distribution, because we do need help with distributing the food, please send an email to this man, because we need to know in advance so that we can coordinate everything. So we need to know how many people are coming. I really don't want you getting on the road if the road is not good, or because I don't want anybody to get in an accident or anything, but if you're able to make it, yes, please do that. Lastly, if you still would like to donate, yes, we are still taking donations. That just means we'll be able to buy more stuff. So you can either donate on our GoFundMe page or you can donate to our Nigerian bank account. So like I said, the distribution will take place on August 17th, a Friday. I hope you guys sleep well tonight, knowing that you are touching other people's lives, knowing that you are making a difference. So you should be proud of yourselves. And of course, we'll be sure to bring you guys pictures and videos so that you can see what we are doing with your money. Thank you so much once again to all the people that have donated. You guys know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.